I thought I was kind of talking to the video, but it just hung up on itself. So I'm now like driving from the Wilson property to the Rhine property. So I'm now going south on Victoria Street. So going towards Newport Beach. And you know, between the two properties it's about like 10-11 minutes. So yeah, significant time. So that also means that you might spend that additional time on the street coming from the Rhine property going to well, Main Street in Huntington Beach. So of course that's time spent on the road and not with family, not at work, but in traffic, which in my eyes is never kind of, you know, good time spent unless you like audiobooks or, you know, just to, you know, kind of drive if you like driving. So that is something, yeah, to keep in mind. But you know, yeah, if it's bearable, and like at least the drive is quite nice, you know, you're going through residential areas, so you're not driving through commercial zones or, you know, big like urban traffic. You know, this is all very suburbia where you're at. So it's just like, you know, the traffic lights definitely take a chunk out of, you know, or speed. Because, you know, as it goes here in Orange County, pretty much all of them are red or they're turning red. When you approach them, your own light turns green, and you see the next light turning red. So which is an issue, you know. So that means that's never nice. I have a cop driving behind me, so I'll just take my camera off. And oh, he left. So okay, cool. Then I can put it back on. And so as I mentioned, the area around Wilson is, well, it's residential. Wilson is, well, it's a busier street, so that means, yes, you'll see more traffic. You'll notice more traffic. You know, if that's, you know, an issue, yeah, just let me know. Luckily, the property itself is nicely fenced, so that means that is, you know, a good thing. So it means for safety, you know, for your kid to be outside, you know, starting to crawl or maybe starting to, you know, meander and get all adventurous. It's, you know, it's good that there's fencing, so that means nobody's ending up in the street, you know, unannounced. So good stuff. So right now I'm crossing the 55. So well, 55 is the extension of Newport Boulevard, so which extends to basically to the peninsula, which extends to, well, the coastline. So that's all pretty close to here. Let me see, they want us to keep driving on, well, the parallel road, so which is fine. I'll just have to see when having to make a right at some point. I think it is. Okay. Oh, so they want us to get on the 55 freeway. I just need to figure out what the idea is behind the drive here. Let me see what's going on. as I mentioned, traffic lights and the way everything has been like planned together, wherever there's lights, it's slow, because nothing is really adjusted or made for, a nice flow of traffic. There's always this stop and go, which is annoying. And then also keep in mind, like, we're driving automatic, so that means we don't really feel like wanting to keep rolling. We just have like 2 on and off switches. One is the accelerator, which is an on and off switch. The other one is the brake, which is an on and off switch. So that means there's a whole lot of just going from like 0 to 60 and then from 60 back to 0, and it's it could be quite annoying, but it's just the way it is. It's just the nature of the beast. So they want me to keep going. So, I'll keep my glasses on, and then make a left to Polarino. So yes, you're right. It's like it's a fair drive. I agree. This is not going to be too easy. It's a little further away. I'd say, because it started off like in an area in Costa Mesa, which is quite close to the coast. Right now we're definitely getting more inland, and okay, so this is Baker. Then I need to take the next one, which is Polarino, and then make a left. So just to let you know, I've been on the road for about 8 minutes now. So it means we're getting really close to the Rhine property. I'm actually supposed to be there in about 3 minutes or so. So, but again, this is like 11 more minutes that you may spend also away from Wilson. So it means also Wilson will be 11 minutes closer to, probably 11 minutes, or at least 5, or a bunch more minutes closer to where you end up being in Huntington Beach. So yeah, just keep that in mind. It's not like that you're going to be on the road for hours, but you're definitely going to spend more time in traffic. So that is definitely a factor. So let's wait for this light to turn red. And then I'll make a left here on Polarino, so that's ahead of me. So making a left and then going. Okay, I don't want to make this map larger because it might hang up the video once again. So okay, so we're green. Hopefully everybody keeps moving. So yeah, definitely a change in pace, for anyone who would come from an urban area with a lot of like mass transit and lot of alternative ways to move around. And over here, as you see, the roads are large, but there's not much else that you could do. So let me see here, Manistee. Okay, I think I took one too early, but that's okay. I will wait till next. Right. So this is an area that is very close to South Coast Plaza. I can see some of the hotels ahead of me. So that means also from here, South Coast is a walk, or it's definitely a walk when you're like coming from Urbania and you don't mind, being on the street or walking around, bringing a stroller, bringing your kid. These are all like just older, and it's also older, but not as old as the area around Wilson that was built in the 40s, 50s, some in the 60s. This is all built in the 60s. Still nice, very residential, large streets, close to shops, which is great, so that means a very convenient area, let's put it that way. Some big trucks here. So, and as I took a right turn too soon, okay, so I'm getting close to Rhine, and actually it's ahead of us. It's like the development that we see in front of us. So it means I will, so this is Rhine Street as far as I can see, and then we'll just park here. And yeah, this is the noob way. I'm being told to go in here. So let's see, Thames Way, and there is Rhine Lane. So it's ahead of me. So it's here. A lot of parking has been taken, as I would expect. Although here is a little spot that I could snatch, and I'll just park here and then walk inside, and then I will show you the interior of the place at 602 Rhine Lane. And so yeah, talk to you soon.